So yeah, here we are with the Bubble Man stage from both of them. I love this stage. It means so much to me because it helped me meet a lot of the people I really love. Even if it was coming from a very arrogant bet. And see, I've learned nothing in 2 years. I'm still arrogant as fuck. It's not really arrogance if you can back it up, though. At least that's what I believe. But let's see how these two do it. In truth, Bubble Man stage is not really hard at all. It's merely just annoying. The fishes, the mini-bosses, are really the only part that's actually kind of shit. Everything else is pretty easily doable. So far, Keywiz is pulling a little bit ahead, but it's really nothing drastic. And he does have less health, so, you know, anything can happen. There is a chance, you know, as well, for either of them to just slam into those spikes up there. It's a constant threat during this level. But we'll see what happens. So far, Greg is at quite a bit of a disadvantage, both in spacing and health. And Keywiz just got healed, so, you know... very nice use of iframes there to preserve health and time. A very solid performance, I will say that. Of course, I do wonder if either one of them is going to pull the Bubble Man pitfall. Keywiz isn't, at least. So, he's at the boss right now. Greg, unfortunately, still stuck at the anglerfish. That heal is quite a godsend right now, though. But just kind of slow from Greg. Keywiz might die to Bubble Man, and yeah, it did happen.
I also like how the
but
stream...
But one, that doesn't mean much.
When you give commentary, the stream gets like insightful, relevant canon names, and I just said, oh, this guy is at the second robot fish.
Well, I mean, it does happen when, like, you don't really know much about the series at all. You're just winging it. You're just playing it for the lols, for the tournament.
That's true.
Which, you know, I would suggest changing that because you're like 2 wins deep. So you definitely have the talent. You just don't want to capitalize on it. Because
I think I got lucky with my matchups, but that's okay. I got lucky enough to not face Game Champ for once, and I will thank her forever.
Yeah, only because she isn't here.
Looks like Keywiz takes down Bubble Man and still has a small lead. Do you think Greg is gonna finish this on this HP?
Not likely. Unfortunately, not likely, yeah. Because Bubble Man is actually pretty hard to dodge. Like, you wouldn't think of it because, like, you know, his power is bubbles, haha, funny meme, such a pussy, but he's actually one of the harder bosses. You were struggling against Airman when you were practicing it, when I was watching anyway. And I can tell you, I definitely do not expect Keywiz to struggle against Airman at all. Maybe the stage, but definitely not the boss.
I felt like the stage was easier than the boss as soon as you knew what was gonna happen.
I'm not saying the stage is hard, but you know, it is a giant pit basically, which is at least always scary.
Yeah, it's very heavy to death mistakes. Greg is still on Bubble Man here. It's not looking too good.
Well, Bubble Man does take kind of forever. He has the full 28 health.
And unlocking an achievement
well,
there.
We get to see an achievement pop up. We haven't seen one of those in ages.
Shout out to RetroAchievements.org. Thank you.
Absolute masterpiece.
Scott, I love you.
Yeah, I wouldn't say love. I never met the guy.
I've had the chance to work with him behind the scenes, and Scott is a great guy.
Greg also, unfortunately, wasting a little bit of time going to the password screen there.
But what Greg misses
At
in...
this point, the only way for Greg to win is for Keywiz to take a death, which can happen. It always can happen. But we'll see. We'll see.
Well, at least even if Greg goes out here today, he does get to go home with a 1 win, meaning he takes some
Yeah,
EXP.
and it's against Nep, which, despite the circumstances of Nep just forgetting about the switch, he still beat a pretty tough guy.
Keywiz!
And Keywiz does take that death, but he's still ahead. And Greg, unfortunately, dies yet again.
Game
overs.
over. He is gonna take the continue here, because we do allow that. But that's gonna be another...
I think he's just... I think he just let the nerves got to him completely.
But Keywiz also goes on. That's also
But
game
Keywiz
over. They're
also
back
game
on
over.
square.
That basically equalizes it.
Oh no, but Greg is
That
ahead
basically
now.
equalizes it.
And
right
out
now.
of nowhere, Greg is ahead.
Yeah, but not too much ahead.
I'm really curious. And oh,
Keywiz is really spiraling here.
I think Keywiz is losing it. Amigo, let's go, Keywiz. We need you back in here.
Make it a competition again.
I think both of them just let nerves completely take over. Both of them are doing mistakes that I don't expect from either of them.
Oh no, another one. Keywiz, buddy,
Yeah,
you
Keywiz
have to
takes
get
another
yourself together here.
Greg seems to be calming down. That was also a very risky jump, by the way. He could have died right there, but that pixel saved him.
Well, at least we know this match will be exciting until the end, because anything can happen, but Keywiz is down 2 lives now, so even if Greg dies at the checkpoint, he will have the checkpoint, but Keywiz is gonna go back to the game over screen again. So he does need to go all the way.
Yeah,
If you were...
that is something.
If you died that early in the stage twice and you only had 1 life left, would you just kill yourself so that you had 3 lives again?
Personally, I probably wouldn't in a run like this. Because, like, you know, this is me talking. I don't expect to die, and even if I do die twice, I still know I'm able to finish the stage without dying if I just lock in. But if it's a casual run, or if it's not a game I'm familiar, like, you know, a fan game or something, then I would just die to reset lives to maximum, because there's no point in going with less lives.
I would have definitely taken the death for... Because then you get a checkpoint for free. I know I will need the checkpoint, because I'm not familiar with the game. Oh no, Keywiz, that's another game over, buddy. Think that's because I think he was past.
Yeah, they were literally dead even, but then the game over happened, and now yeah, things might be looking up for little old Greg right here.
But I guess Keywiz was not, well, obviously not aware that they were that close, because he started making mistakes, rushing, and now he's all the way at the start, and Greg is nearing the boss. It's
yeah, the boss is like right there.
Oh, and there goes Greg as well.
That was a very bad jump.
There goes Greg as well.
But Greg has 1 more life. Greg has 1 more life, and not to insult you, but I think unlike you, he's actually going to be there, man. Because, like, he's really easy to beat if you have any health and just know how he works.
Yeah, I can see if you know how the patterns
work. That was
work.
reckless. That was reckless. Is that a game over?
But that's another game over, guys.
What is going on?
What a roller coaster of emotions. 1 minute you think Keywiz has it in the bag, and the other minute you think Greg has it in the bag, and then they just both die.
And now Greg is tilted. Now Greg is tilted.
Yeah. I think they would both be pretty tilted after what they just did. Oh, Greg tried to do the reckless skip.
This is like, because you don't know what the other guy is doing. So you start to make mistakes, you start to think that you need to save time instead of keeping calm. And now look, and then Keywiz goes down again, guys!
Let's see, you know, that's the special little charm we have here.
And there goes Greg again! It is, Phoenix, you're right, it's an actual mental death.
Happening. You just panic. Isn't panic beautiful?
And this is gonna upset the predictions because, guys, you do not know what's gonna happen to your Zennies right now. For those unfamiliar
By the
with...
way, what were the predictions again?
Well, it's a good thing for the chat for those unfamiliar with Retro Rivals. So basically, we run tournaments every week or 2 weeks. And you can participate as either a player or a viewer, or both, of course. As a player, you can earn EXP based on the matches you win. So you don't need to win an entire tournament to be relevant for the leaderboards. Oh, Keywiz. You don't need to win a tournament to stay relevant for the leaderboards. Although it does help, because you get a little EXP bonus if you win the tournament. But you're also able to predict each match and give us some stats on what the community thinks will be the winner of each match. And for this match in particular, it was fairly close. We had 40% on Keywiz and 60% on Greg. And like we've seen, Keywiz took the lead all the way up until the Airman stage, and now it's anyone's game with all these deaths and game overs. I don't even know who's on what life or...
Well, currently, Keywiz is substantially ahead. Assuming he doesn't die again, he's probably gonna win. I do want to say that it is 5 minutes till deadline. If nobody finishes in 5 minutes, we're gonna call.
No. We want to see this all the way to the end, Qth.
Okay, are you sure about that? Because, you know, time does exist.
Time exists, but we can stop this battle. Come on, man. Because we know
the battle might be reaching its end stages because Keywiz is entering Airman with nearly full health.
Here we go. Does Keywiz still have a life?
I am not sure, but I don't think he's gonna need it anyway. Yeah, this is basically GG.
And that's
Keywiz
Keywiz
wins.
taking it.